They don't ask themselves, well, what if this one thing gets taken away? I'm living off one damn paycheck, and that's literally the difference between me eating and not eating next week. And I haven't sat down for 1 minute. I'm partying Saturday night, not even considering what kind of hell will rain upon my life if that white man that I work for decides to cut my paycheck. If he just decides that, hey, we need to cut the budget, you got to go, buddy. And all of my only plan is to sit and cry. That's my only plan. That can be your only plan. I mean, really, and it's really a hard conversation to have because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to sound mean, but I have to. I have to sound honest. I really grow annoyed with people that will say, "Well, why should we build a Black Wall Street? Because every time we build it, they all they do is they burn it down." So what you're saying is that black people are inferior to white people. You're saying that you're too immature and too weak to defend and protect what you have and fight for it. You got to understand, and it's not just things like a Black Wall Street. I mean, hopefully it never gets to the point where you need military intervention and have to pull out a gun, but you might have to pull out a lawyer. You might have to pay that money and defend yourself in court in a lawsuit. And instead of sitting around feeling sorry for yourself and saying, "Oh, it's the racism. They did it again. They twicked it at me." Maybe the reality is that in a capitalist society, you never learned that business is war. That there are capitalist sharks in the tank and vultures out here that will see what you got. They'll start salivating, licking their chops, and they're gonna test you. Can you hold on to what you got? Do you even deserve to have what you have in your possession? Because if you can't defend it, then you should never have it. If you can't defend and be the best man for the woman that's next to you, then she needs a better man anyway. If you can't support and defend the business that you built, then that shouldn't be your business. It should be in the hands of somebody like me who knows how to defend what he has, who knows how to fight. I'm telling you, I really believe, and I'm not being critical of everybody, and I don't want to sound generalist here, because I end up sounding mean and pessimistic here. So please forgive me if that's how it sounds. But our people need to learn how to fight. Not only should you learn how to fight, you should expect a fight. I'm just telling you, if you get something people want, somebody's gonna come try to take it. And if your only plan in response to somebody coming taking your stuff is to be a victim and cry about it, then you probably shouldn't go accumulate anything in the first place. Why waste your time building wealth just so somebody else can have it? The protection of wealth is actually harder than the accumulation of wealth. The accumulation of wealth is hard as hell. But protecting the wealth is the part where most people fail. That's the really hard part because protecting wealth requires foresight and planning and discipline and tenacity and diversification and scheduling and just all these things and consciousness and sort of thinking things through. And some people don't have that. They just don't. They're not even planning for the next. They don't even have a plan, a death plan for their children. They don't even buy insurance. Right? So this is why 70% of all wealthy families lose all their wealth in one generation. 90% of all wealthy families lose all their wealth in two generations. So it's not just black people, it's everybody. But if you ever go look at a family that has a lot of money, go check out a family that's got 100 million, 200 million in assets and watch how they operate. Just watch how they operate. You say, well, do you have a lawyer? Oh, yeah, I got three lawyers on deck.